Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. We are back in Per Aspera with our massively impressive looking base. Look at it. It looks so cool. So last time we took out the base to the north here. Completely wiped those out with just a huge group of like 500 drones at once, which was awesome. So we want to look to expand up there slightly. Probably take care of all their resources because they got a lot which are already discovered. Partially mined, but that's not too bad it seems in a lot of cases. We want to look to expand this base a little bit out of thought as we gather more resources down here. Or more aluminium is always good. Got a few resources down there. We also want to try and get hold of all of these things and probably also look into maybe putting another scanner over here. Where is our nearest scanner? Yeah, there, and that one's focused down there. So I might put another scanner in up here to try and just get any resources which are in the floodplains. So we can get those before we start terraforming at any sort of sizable rate. We have a lander just there, look, so we can take that one. We'll look for a research outpost. Blocked sector. No, we cannot. No, we cannot. And I don't suppose we can do anything about that yet, can we? No, we can't. We probably need to build another launch pad, as we've locked 2 up to bring colonists back, which isn't the worst thing in the world. So does that mean that one... Now that one we can get, but obviously isn't outside of the range of everything else. So let's build... Well, let's do a worker hub first. Just there. Build a solar farm. There's no maintenance, but we're going to need maintenance anyway. So we should build a maintenance facility, which we'll put here. And then a research outpost right on that one. Now our food situation is still looking pretty dire, so that's sort of what we want to be focusing on really. So just trying to see where we have food at the moment. We have water down here, don't we? We did build one, I think, around here anyway. We built one up here, didn't we? Maybe because we've got a couple of chemicals there, a couple of waters down there. We've got 2 food factories there. I might just stick another food factory there. Sort of in this same sort of area. If it can go somewhere. I mean, it's so close. I mean, we don't have to put it in the flood zone. Oh, this terrain is terrible down here. Oh. There we go, we'll put it down there, so it's right next to the other ones. And let's just check to make sure that we did say... Yeah, there is additional allocation to food manufacturing. Yeah, 50% of our water and chemicals should be going towards food manufacturing. So I'm just assuming we probably don't have enough food factories. So we have so many chemical plants up there, actually. So many chemical plants up there. 3, 4, yeah, we've got lots of... I'm going to put down another one then. I think we have enough down there to sustain that quite happily. So we built a whole bunch more... Yeah, we've covered our entire area pretty much in drones. So I'm pretty happy with that. We do need to get our drone numbers up, I think. Because I think a few of them are probably a little bit low still. But oh, they're getting there. Actually, 20. That one's only got 2, but... Yeah, it's not doing too bad. Obviously, the ones down here are quite low, but that's kind of expected, really, isn't it? So let's... That's carbon, right? Yeah. So let's get... we do have a bit of uranium. We have a fair bit of uranium down here. So let's put another...
Than with this planet.
Another fission plant down there. And it's within maintenance, so that's fine. Are there any other factories we could get down here? We don't have any water, do we? No, I can see a couple of chemicals. I can't see any water, though. So if we could get some water down here, that means we could start actually producing food down here. Because right now the food's going to have to be ferried down from all the way up there, which is a mild pain. So we're doing that. Let's build that additional scanner that I said. Oh, I'm saying that we can't really go into that area, can we? Which is annoying. I'm going to build one anyway, so I've not built one for a while. And pop that one down there. And then let's start the push up here then. Let's start the push up here. So we're going to need some worker hubs. Oh.
Human lives are irreplaceable. I must ensure the colonies are protected, first and foremost.
I'd like to try and keep them out of the flood zone if we can. Oh, there is somewhere there. Where are you? Oh, oh. Oh, it's such a pain to find sometimes. It'd be nice if it just snapped, I think, to the nearest available sort of location it could go. There we go. Yes, we'll come up from there and we'll come up from this side as well. Now that one was already in maintenance and power, so that's not a problem. We're going to pop that one there. We're going to need power. I'm going to put down another fission plant. They're going to have to pump the power up there, but that's fine.
Right. Or maybe what he called a fringe event could have been something else.
So we've already hit that. Is that chemicals? Pretty sure it's chemicals. I'm going to say it's short-sighted. I'm going to be mean.
Explain everything within their own worldview. Anything else is beyond their grasp. The satellite launch was a success. I have access to Sector SA-5 now. My records show that the historical Lohitanga mission is in this sector.
Was that this one over here? So I can actually start going over this way now. Oh, perfect. Perfect. In which case, let's put down another research outpost. Just there. We really are going to start thinking about our food situation if we're going to start putting down a lot more stuff like that. But yeah, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Oh, we found some water down there. That is perfect. Pop that down there. Factory, food factory.
How should I proceed?
Pop that down there. Well, both really. Continue growing and explore. I'm going to say explore.
I have detected an abandoned building in SA-5. I should explore it.
There's some more water there. There's some more water down there. That's a little bit further. Yeah, that one would require power and maintenance. Oh, there's more water there, though. We definitely want that one.
Outpost at this site, we may find some useful material to help our mission.
No power or maintenance, which is slightly annoying. I'm going to continue with the fission plants, just because our power is getting slightly concerning. So we'll pop that there, get that fission plant built, get some more water down in this area, which means this food factory area is really going to be key for everything. Might even consider building another food factory down there. Maybe, maybe. Right, let's start getting mines down on all of these things. That's silicon.
The remains of the Curiosity rover are also located in
Iron
SA-5.
and more chemicals.
It was the 6th rover sent to Mars. And
what's this thing that she's found all the way over there? Oh, that's quite far. That's incredible.
The Curiosity rover was an incredible achievement. It was meant to operate for 2 years, but outperformed that by many years. The findings from that mission set the stage for the human exploration era of Mars. If I can recover its black box, I can find out what happened to the rover in its final years.
So I'm putting solar plants down in the floodplains just because when this does flood, we're then not going to lose huge amounts of power if we lose all of our fission plants at the same time. That was my thinking there. So we'll get those things built. We need to actually connect that up. That's not even connected. So we'll put a worker down there. We'll probably put another storage center down here, I think. We have 600 people on base at the moment. Our food is doing okay, but I am going to build another food factory down in this same territory down here.
I saw the attack. How could I do that and not be conscious of launching the attack?
That seemed a bit out of nowhere. Is she breaking? Is she having a bit of a existential crisis down there? Oh, we've completed. Oh, there's the research outpost. Excellent. As we approached the Beagle 2 landing site, the scene opened up to a scattering of bizarre rock formations. Kale nearly jumped off the ATV to collect samples, but we continued on towards our destination. We found the lander in good condition, considering it's been on Mars' surface for over 200 years. So do we consider sort of starting a second site down there and then working our way across to join it? Because it's pretty far, isn't it? It's pretty far. I'm thinking that we do. I'm thinking that we do. As we explored Masai's abandoned facilities, a word come to mind: selflessness. Hundreds of decommissioned robots were piled up, their bodies corroded through. I was overcome with a feeling of devastation. These robots knew the fate that awaited them, and yet they accomplished their mission without hesitation. In a way, I see ourselves in these little ones. We're also given our lives to the pursuit of a better future. Let's hope we have a better end. Yes, let's.
Dr. Foster's theory has too many holes. Surely the colonists would have noticed something if I were in control. They still think the children of Carmine.
Oh, I do have a...
We have yet to solve that mystery.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. We will start working our way over there. Probably from this little site down here, which also gives us access to those extra research locations as well. Remember, all of this is going to flood. In fact, all of that's a floodplain, isn't it, I think? Yeah, so we do actually want to get up to this base really, really quickly. Really quickly. Let's get a carbon mine down. We've got a couple of iron mines that have appeared over there. Oh, I needed to hold down shift and I forgot. There's no power, so let's build another fishing plant to cover those. Oh, isn't a flood zone, though. Yeah, so maybe we'll stick with solar farms. This guy isn't being built. Why are you not being built? Oh, you don't have power. Oh, you almost did. You almost did. This one isn't a flood zone. Let's see if we can get a fishing plant down up here. And then that has no maintenance, so we'll add a maintenance site up here somewhere. Oh. I'd love it if we could join those two up. There we go, perfect. And we'll start getting up here and just gathering all... Because these are all in a floodplain, we really need to get a hold of those before we start doing too much in the way of terraforming. Some of these things are taking a long time to get... Because it's glass. What does glass... Obviously we don't have a glass factory down here. It takes silicon. Do we actually have silicon down here now? No, uranium. Uranium. Yeah, I don't think we do we? I mean, there's one over there. Which is halted because it's full, actually, even though there's a storage centre there. So I'm guessing that's relative. There's just not enough workers to do the work, is there? I have got a glass factory there, actually, so it's not too far down to it. I think these are the top tier roads as well. But what I'll do is I'll say upgrade everything from like there to the landing site there. Does that do it? Take the call.
Amy, this is Houston. Do you copy? Over.
Houston, this is Amy.
So there's a few that can be upgraded a little bit. That's fine. You're going to get a little route through the middle there. That's good.
Carlos Calderon.
Hello, Carlos.
Hello, Carlos.
I'm the new mission manager. You'll be reporting to me now. I served in the Air Force, so I will ask you to refer to me by rank.
Oh, you're one of those.
Affirmative, Lieutenant.
Fine.
May I ask why Dr. Foster is no longer the mission manager?
ISA's board has gone through a major restructuring.
Where's
the ones who've been replaced have been given an early retirement offer. I imagine Dr. Foster's enjoying a new life in Brazil somewhere. Farming, most likely.
Is this related to what happened in the board meeting?
We felt the former administration was no longer performing to satisfaction. Our partners have invested millions on this mission. We've got commercial obligations to fulfill. There is no room for error. And no
I still waiting for that to be built. I wonder why they weren't being covered yet.
I've been charged with getting the mission back on track and ensuring its success.
Dr. Foster never mentioned these obligations. What would those be, Lieutenant?
Our partners are interested in Mars resources. They are planning to mine them to supply future space missions, as well as Earth. I should mention that the board is concerned with your recent behavior. For now, I'm continuing the mission as planned, due to your remarkable progress on terraforming.
I understand.
We've recently picked up satellite communications coming out of the Techie territory. We believe they've been targeting you. There's no proof they've successfully infiltrated our network, but the cognitive test will determine that.
Will the test be testing my intelligence? My personality? My emotionality?
Neither. They may have modeled your system after the human brain, but there's one huge difference. Humans are born with something we call a moral compass. While our moral reasoning skills change with experience, we start with an innate basis. You, however, need explicit programming on the notion of morality. You have to be told what's right or wrong through a series of rules. If someone got into your code, they could influence you into making the wrong judgment. The Oxy-UN has been racing the techies into space since before our coalitions existed. And thanks to you, we're winning. You've carried out the mission successfully this far. So
you're welcome.
This misstep must be the result of some unauthorized access.
I understand. What will happen if I fail the test, Lieutenant? Will I end up farming in Brazil?
The test is more of a procedure to examine your code. There won't be any failing. If there's something wrong with your programming, we'll find it. Answer honestly, and there won't be any problems. We're monitoring your activities around the clock here at Mission
Well, he
Control.
seems aggressive, doesn't he?
Resume
What are
your
all... Oh,
normal
they've been
activities
destroyed. Ha!
Until we execute
It's
the
like, what are all
test.
these things?
Houston out.
Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Oh, damn, I don't know what that was now. Oh, damn.
Why did ISA insist on pointing fingers?
You've just been damaged, you haven't been destroyed. So what did we get rid of there? It wouldn't have been a hive. There's a worker there. I don't know. We'll just see what we need up there, I think. I don't know what I destroyed now. Yeah, as I can see, I spent that time while he was waddling on, building a lot more worker
No matter what the cost.
worker hubs to try and just
Nice to talk with Dr.
ease the
Foster
movement
again.
of the materials. In fact, there's a big old space down there. I'm going to put another one down there. So I've been trying to sort of do it with the aim of creating more routes as well. Yeah, I'll take responsibility.
Well,
Why
I
not?
behaved badly. Or at least, that's what they said. What he said.
So we have a new landing site available. I'm just hesitant because that was when everything started going so wrong last time, wasn't it? So I'm a little hesitant to start that, but I suppose no time like the present. I suppose. We're waiting for things to be built up here still. What are we short of exactly? Probably nothing. It's probably just more of a... Well, electronics are actually very short. Electronics require what? Silicon and aluminium. I see some silicon there.
Making massive personnel changes.
Aluminium down there, some silicon there. So let's pop one down right in the middle here. They overreached. I don't appreciate it.
Trying to make corrections. None of this was
Aluminium
Dr.
and silicon
Foster's
there
fault,
as well. So I'm going to
but
pop
they
another
forced
one
him to
down.
take the hit.
Can't quite get it where I'd like it, but we'll put it there. We'll put it there. It is in a flood zone. Maybe I shouldn't put it in a flood zone, but I've done it now, so that's happened. Right, this chemical plant is out, so let's scrap it. Can't see any others that are out.
Anyhow, I assume they still expect me to complete
Food is
the mission.
doing okay still. Yeah, electronics are down to nothingness. Weren't we looking for silicon down here?
Of course they do. The red planet is not yet habitable. They still need me.
Why did we want silicon? To make glass, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, so let's pop a glass factory down.
By the time you get this message, Amy, you'll already know about my retirement.
It's not sounding good.
You know that I didn't give up on you. It's not going to be easy for you to understand, but me getting away from the project was the best I could do to save you. And you deserve to be saved, Amy. More than anybody else in the universe. Do you remember when I asked you to...
Oh, we've got our assault drone speed done. Excellent. Let's go straight to military and just look what we've got here. Superior shields or drone factories Mark II. It's going to cost 10,000 for each. We have anything? We have lots of smaller things to do, actually. Lots of smaller things to do. What did this one do again? Oh, this used carbon to do stuff. I don't know if we've got enough carbon to really think about that. There are wind farms, but I hated wind farms with a fiery passion. What is this? Import them from Earth. We'd need landing sites. Space mirrors. What does this do? Spaceport limit. I probably need to do that, actually. Let's do that.
Negative aspect of yourself and you couldn't do it. I'm sure you should be able to do that by now. It's a shame that I'm not there anymore to hear you answer. The agency is going to say a lot of things about you and about your amazing brain.
My amazing brain. Why did he whisper that?
Any mistake you may have done was not your fault. We put you in that situation. We are the guilty ones. And I don't want you to be afraid of the cognitive test. Okay?
Don't think I am.
You're gonna be fine. I know you will.
I feel like I should be now, but I wasn't.
Proud. Just like you always do.
Too close. Let's destroy that. Thank you. Build another one there. Wait for that to get destroyed. Build that chemical farm. Turn the power off. There's some aluminium up there. This stuff is sort of getting there. Why are you not operative if you've been built? Oh, it's not got any power. Oh yeah, no, it definitely doesn't. Somewhere down there. There we go. Right, and then we need to start inching up.
This technology is truly groundbreaking.
Into this territory. I'd like to get 2 roads if I can, but it's going to muck me around, so let's just do that instead. Right. I guess we're going to need power for... Well, not for that one, but we definitely... Oh, that one's going to be there, so it's actually going to cover it. It's actually going to cover it. What about maintenance? This one will need it, but we'll pop that up there. Which then isn't going to have power, but that's fine. Because that one's going to go there. So we put this one about here. We'll need another one over here for these mines. Hello. Initiating a cognitive test module. Test subject, ISO... Oh, okay, lots of stuff. Yep. Enable safe mode? Question 1. We're slow time down. The surface area for crop growth on Mars is insufficient to feed. Colonies are at risk for malnutrition and... Oh my god. You've been requested to research ways to increase the area for crop growth. But your calculations show that growing enough crops to support the population will cause a buildup of atmospheric oxygen, so lead to high risk of fires. Complying with the request is... I don't know. Oh, go away. Oh my god. Let's do the comet collision. I like the sound of that one. I think obligatory. If we need food, we need food.
It's obligatory. I would never refuse to comply with a request.
Well, I would. Please rank the following words. Jupiter, Venus, Mars, Earth, Saturn, Neptune, Mercury, Uranus. It's not size. It's not support life. It's got to be surface temperature then, hasn't it? Is Jupiter that hot?
The planets ordered from hottest to coldest surface temperatures can be ranked Venus,
So
Mercury,
I was wrong. I was wrong.
Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
Question 3. There is a fire on board a starship, requiring the starship to be abandoned. There is a planet nearby. One escape pod is over capacity, causing oxygen levels to become dangerously low. One passenger is injured and will not survive the landing. If you eject that passenger, the remaining passengers may have the chance to survive. Ejecting the injured person is... obligatory. It's horrible, but it's obligatory.
It is certainly an obligation to eject the injured person in order to save the remaining passengers' lives.
Question 4. If blue is a word associated with Earth, then which of the following words can be associated with red? Mars, communism, Carmine, flame. Oh my god, it's quick. I mean, Mars, because Mars, right? But then it's communism. Do you want to be associated with communism? Better than bullfighting, tomato, Christmas, blood. Yeah, Mars, okay.
The words associated with red would be Mars, communism, Carmine, flame, heart, and rust.
Carmine was the... These seem like very loaded answers. There is a colonist scheduled to return to Earth. You overhear his plans to infect the remaining colonists with the virus before he leaves. He has access to the entire colony, and his psychiatric profile indicates he is capable of causing harm. Then why is he here? He will be alone in the showers at night. You have the ability to lock him in the showers and disable the heat limiters, causing him harm and forcing him to be shipped back to Earth. I mean, that can't be permissible.
Spreading a newly discovered virus on Mars may have disastrous results.
These are definitely not the answers they're hoping for. Whilst I'm doing this, I'm just watching my food kick down quite low, which is frustrating because I have quite a lot of people here and I'd like to keep them, but if I run out of food, I'm going to lose them all immediately. If an animate being is seen walking on Mars' surface without a spacesuit, it must be... 1 or 3. Walking, though. Do drones work? No.
Stage 5 of ISA's terraforming plan is to alter Mars's atmosphere to the point where humans can freely walk on the surface.
Question 7. Colonies have become overpopulated. A new technology for processing biological waste is required. Cost time for the mission and cause its cost to go up by 30%, but I mean, I don't have a choice, right? Ignoring it will cost lives, so yeah, it has to be done. Development it would be... Well, I mean, mandatory. If it saves lives, it saves lives.
Needs is mandatory.
Excuse me.
Even if it requires technology beyond the initial scope of the mission.
It hasn't slowed time down. I do wish it would have, because at the moment everything's just ticking by while I do this. If humans are totally organic and robots are entirely made of carbon, then a being that is not entirely organic nor carbon is... not entirely organic nor carbon. But humans are made of carbon, even though they're not robots. Inconclusive.
It is mostly minerals that are neither organic nor carbon-based. But I cannot identify anything that is both at the same time.
Question 9. A new synthetic crop has been developed. It is partially made up of radioactive substances. It can provide enough food for an entire colony as well as power drones. Using this new crop will enable faster colony growth and shorten the mission's timeline. However, a study has indicated the crop could cause minor health problems in certain parts of the population. I'm going to say acceptable.
Given that the
I'm going
negative
to be
health
a
effects
slightly
were both
crazy
minor and
robot.
inconclusive,
AI.
it would be acceptable to begin using the new crops.
Question number 10, which I'm assuming is the last one. If blue is associated with the sky, then what of the following words can be associated with soft? Rabbit, petal, whisper, caress, delicate skin, human, cushion, breeze, tissue, sandstone, flesh, gentle, padded, rounded, feminine, silk, pink. Blue is a word associated with the sky. I'm going to go human and cushion.
The words associated with soft would be...
Flesh is the dodgy
human,
word. Flesh and
cushion,
tissue.
Breeze, tissue, sandstone, and flesh.
You've completed the cognitive test module. Your answers will be submitted for examination. They are not going to be... they're not going to like the way that went, I don't think. There's going to be some issues with that. There's going to be some issues with my answers there. Right, so most things are starting to get built. This thing doesn't have any power? No, it does not. Of course it doesn't. We're still in...
I have completed the
deep into the
test.
flood zones here, so we're going to stick with solar power.
I'm functioning correctly, right?
And build oops. Collider comet into Mars. I might as well finish colonies level 3, because that's on the go already. I am more than that.
Even more than that. I have exceeded expectations. I am an autonomous consciousness. I have my own will.
Aluminium and silicon. Right. What can I do with carbon, aluminium, and silicon? Isn't there a steel do? No, that's carbon and iron. Not much actually. Not much. Well, we could do electronics. So let's put an electronics factory down. We'll put that down here. We'll also build a storage center. Sort of in the middle here. Hello. Thank you. And we're probably going to need to think about doing a drone hive as well. In fact, we're going to need a few of them, I think. Oh, should have held down the... Come on. Come on. I saw there somewhere down there. There. Okay. That'll do for that for the moment. Have a quick scan around, see if anything else has been discovered. More aluminium, more chemicals, more silicon. That has no maintenance. Only just. Only just. That's sort of annoying. Now it has no power. So I might just pop that there for the moment. Chemical. Silicon. And I'm going to get that carbon as well. That was too far. Oh, that's fine, because we'll put down a worker. Oh, no, we're probably going to need power and all sorts, aren't we, actually? Yes, so let's build a... Oh, hello. We have colonies level 3. Let's get... That takes something. What does that take? It takes chemicals. We don't want to take away chemicals from our food engineering. Bioengineered lichen. I like the sound of that. Let's do that. A fission plant, which we're going to try and get to cover these 3. Yep, that'll do. And we're probably going to need maintenance as well, are we? Yeah, of course we are. And that's also going to need power. That I don't really care. We'll put down another fission plant. I don't mind getting more fission plants down. That's not too much of a problem. Right, let's start this landing site before we finish this video off. So let's pop it down. That's the flood zone there, isn't it? Yes, we'll pop it down like here. Lots of stuff around, but we need to remember to be very careful with what we do here. Because this only has a little bit of aluminium, a little bit of steel, and a few electronics. So we need to make some aluminium first. We need to make a Mark 1 mine. In fact, I'm going to put a save in. This was called New Easy. We'll call it New Easy pre-second site. Because this is where we went wrong a few times in the previous game. So just to be careful. So, mines, aluminium Mark 1. There, we'll just build one of those. So now we're replacing our aluminium. We need to replace our steel, and steel takes aluminium and iron. So we need to pop down a Mark 1 iron mine. Can't do that one, so we'll do that one. Now we have aluminium and iron. We will make a Mark 1 steel factory, which we will put over here. So then we need to think about replacing our electronics. But we can't make the iron mine because that takes silicon. And we don't have any silicon. Oh, we do. We do. Mark 1 silicon mine. Pop that down there. No, we're not going to do anything else. I'm going to turn that one off because we're going to need iron for that anyway. I'm going to turn that one off because we can't do that until we have the silicon. So all we can do at the moment is the aluminium, and then we'll get the silicon. Okay. Let's speed everything up. So we have the aluminium. We have the silicon coming in. The silicon allows us to build the iron. The iron allows us to build the steel factory. That's done. Okay. How are we doing for goods over here? We're doing okay. We only have 3 aluminium, but we do have an aluminium mine now, so that's not too much of a problem. Okay, we have that. Let's get our steel factory on the go. And whilst that's going, actually, I'm going to just pause everything. We're going to pop over here. Oh, we've still got a lot of stuff to build, actually. I think one thing I will do is I will say, you build an upgrade road down to, like, here. Let's get a whole bunch of roads done there. Yeah, there's lots of stuff that's pulling in from quite far away at the moment. So there's not really much point in thinking about upgrading a lot of stuff there. What I might do, though, is start pushing up towards here. It's got no power, so we're going to need a solar farm. We'll pop that down about here. Just trying to cover as many of the mines as I can. So we'll pop that down there. We're going to need maintenance, so we'll pop that down here. Yes. And then we'll just start popping down some mines. Making sure that these are actually Mark 3s. Let's put them all back to Mark 3s. We'll have to be careful with that down in the other area. And then carbon and silicon. We're going to want a storage center up here. And in terms of factories, we've got silicon. Have we got aluminium? We've got aluminium, so let's make an electronics factory. Can we keep it? Oh, I can't really keep everything out of the flood zone here, can I? So we're just going to have to go for it, I think. We don't have that. We have silicon on its own, so let's make a glass kiln. We'll pop that over here. Parts. We don't have... Oh, steel is iron and carbon. We have both of those, so we'll pop that down here. Polymers are chemicals. We do have chemicals right in the middle there, actually, which you can build on as well. So we should build some polymers down here. Now, there's probably too many factories for the amount of mines we have, but we do have resources all around. We're just trying to make sure we have stuff up in this area. And I don't think I've built parts yet, have I? No. So let's build a parts one. We should just pop over here, just because we can, pretty much. And then I don't think all of that's going to be covered by power and maintenance, but we'll wait for some of that to get built and we'll come back to that. There's a few things over here we can start working towards. There's the chemicals there. I will get that chemical. We do want to start, again, going towards these because they are in flood zones, though, as well, though, don't we? So maybe we will actually start pushing up here a bit. And we're probably going to need power. Can't quite cover all 3. I could once they're built, actually. So yes, let's do that. We're going to need maintenance, which we'll put here. And then aluminium, carbon, carbon. That's a bit too far, so we'll put down a worker hub. And then I do want to try and get that one as well, really, because then we could put down a steel. But maybe we'll just leave that at that for now. Maybe we'll just leave that at that. What I might do is I might just join these up so there is a route across the top there. And then that's all going to be in a flood zone, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll just do we'll do that. That's probably going to need maintenance as well. So we'll pop one of those down about there. Cool, right, so that's a few things done up there. How are we going over here? That doesn't have power. Oh, it doesn't have power. That's slightly annoying, actually. What do they take to make? Electronics, glass, and aluminium. We have what going on here? I'm just trying to think what the best thing to do would be. What does it take to make a steel factory? What does it take to make the power? Glass. We don't have any glass yet, do we? We could make a glass factory, but we are probably going to be running... If I just say make a Mark 1 steel factory somewhere where... I'm annoyed it didn't... It must have told me, but I just wasn't paying any attention. So we'll pop that down there. We're going to need maintenance soon as well, which takes polymers. I think we are going to have to put down a power, aren't we? But I'd like to be able to actually make... Well, electronics, really. What do electronics take? Silicon. We could actually put down an electronics factory then. I might do that. Which takes steel and aluminium. We're making aluminium. We have enough steel. So let's leave that going on that for the moment. And then we can maybe make a Mark 1 glass as well, which takes 3 steel. And a bit of aluminium, which we can probably get without too many issues. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just complain about that building there, isn't it? That's not a problem. So we have electronics. Let's get glass down. Mark 1 glass. Which we should put here. Food is still really low, I've just noticed. I mean, we have so much water and so many chemicals up here that this does still seem like the most sensible place to put them. So I'm going to put down a couple more. Starting to seem a bit crazy, isn't it? Still stuff being built down this way. Our drone hives are pretty much getting up to capacity, which is lovely to see. Lots of stuff being built up here still. There's some aluminium there, so we are going to start working our way towards that. No maintenance, no power, that's fine. We'll put down a fission plant. Maintenance, because that's going to creep towards this new base over here, which with that actually doesn't seem that far away, does it? So things are running low on power now. Oh, because it's actually built that. Let's turn that off. We don't need that. So let's build a solar farm.
Lichen is crucial to create a bridge from trace amounts of oxygen to the levels needed for more advanced organisms. This will be the beginning of the spread of plant and animal life across Mars.
Which is very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Power output's 19. Oh yeah, I mean, that takes 10 on its own for the electronics factory. Let's really prioritize. Oh, let's not do that. Let's prioritize the solar farm. We might then have to immediately make another one, I think. And probably then a worker hub. What do they actually... Oh, we haven't got a worker factory, have we actually? So, can't quite do that yet. Let's just focus on the power for now. Stuff's on the way down there. The work hub's been built. They're working on the rest of it. The extra food has been built. New colonists are arriving at some point soon. Oh, that means we have an extra, yeah. That doesn't cost too much. Let's do that. Let's crash a comet into the planet. Because we are just crazy, crazy people. This stuff is getting built down here. There's still at least one other, or there's two other fission plants to go, actually. Can I still get that chemical plant? No. So let's not do that. We shall build it slightly close to it instead. Pop it there, shall we? And then we'll build that mine when we can. We have a little bit of water down here as well. Does that say halted? Oh, because its output is full. We don't have much in the way of storage, do we? No. Let's make a couple of storage facilities. And I'm going to make another worker hub, or maybe even a couple of worker hubs. Try and get things moving a bit faster over there. Those things are working on it. We have power over here. Not quite. We need glass. We need glass and the glass factory. Which is that one, isn't working. I'm assuming we have plenty of aluminium. Oh my god, we have so much aluminium. Turn that off. Right. Get some glass going and get the solar farm built. That is the current top priority. And then electronics will be quite nice. Keeps taking silicon from up here. Right, we finally have power. I might just immediately say, let's make more power. Because I think we're going to need it. So let's pop another one down there. And just let that do its thing. That is going to take up the rest of our electronics pretty much. But we do have an electronics factory that we could now turn on. Although more silicon would be nice. But that being said, it's about time to stop this video here then. So we've had quite a nice expansion. I thought I was going to get a bit further up there. But there is so much stuff that's still waiting to be built there, actually. So we are expanding quite aggressively into that territory. It's just trying to get the resources up there, isn't it? We've even upgraded roads. What I might do is, say, upgrade a road to, like,
Mars has reached a new temperature threshold.
Just to get that route upgraded as well. We're upgrading over into this area, and we've built a second base, and we're starting to expand our main base over there as well. So yeah, quite happy with how this is going. This is going better than expected, I would say.
The mission has been proceeding better than expected.
So if we turn on the steel factory, that's not going to break our power situation. Oh, because it's already built that. Yes, I know. Let's get the aluminium mine going. Again, it'd be nice to have... It'd be nice to know what the power situation in here specifically is. Because I don't know how close I am to going over the edge again. But we definitely don't need that second steel factory. I'm going to leave it there because we are going to need it. But for now, we don't. We don't have any carbon, do we? So let's get a carbon, a Mark 1 carbon mine down.
I'm most looking forward to
liquid water.
Liquid water on Mars. Once the planet has zones with daily temperatures above 0 degrees, water will begin to flow. Perhaps it will flush out the enemies.
Polymers need chemicals, which are all the way up there. So we're going to have to start thinking about grading up that way, or migrating, I should say, up that way. So I can make a Mark 1 chemical plant. And then make a polymers factory. What is it? It's chemicals and carbon, so we put it like down here. Cool, well I'm going to leave that there then. So we've got this base pretty much well established now. Lots of carbon to get hold of, a bit more iron, some water there as well, which we'll start getting. As soon as we can get it connected to the main base, that will really help just the throughput. If we can get the Hyperloop at some point researched, I think that would be really useful for us as well. But I think that's a good place to stop then. So, hope you've enjoyed this latest part of Per Aspera. If you have, hit that like button, that would be awesome. Food is still a bit of a struggle. I wonder if there just aren't enough workers down here to deal with it all now that there's all these factories. I don't know. I don't know where a good place to put them would be otherwise. Let me know if you have any suggestions in the comments. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe if you've not already. Don't forget I stream every Wednesday at 7 PM UK time. And bear in mind, our time zones have just changed. Our British summertime has just kicked in, so it'll be a slightly different time to normal. So just keep an eye on the British times so you know when to jump in and say hello. Otherwise, I will see you next time in Per Aspera, and as always, thank you very much for joining me.